name is Berhane Gebru and I work for FHI 360, a non-development organization. The research location is Uganda, and we work with the Ministry of Water and Environment, Makerere University, and Uganda Chartered HealthNet. And from the Ministry of Water we have Climate Change Unit, Meteorology Department, Wetlands Management, and Water Resource Directorate. The specific research location is in the cattle corridor area of Uganda, and in 4 districts: Nakasongola, Sembabule, Soroti, and Rakai. And the cattle corridor is one of the hardest hit areas in terms of the impacts of climate change. The communities that live there face various hazards, including drought, floods, unpredictable rainfall and seasons, and the impacts of those hazards. Well, the challenges in the project, number one, in terms of the overall problem, is that there is very, very limited government spending on climate-related activities. In 2012, the year 2013, only 0.2% of the government spending was spent on climate-related activities. So as a result, there are very, very limited climate observational networks in the country. Out of the required about 1,000 weather stations, there are about 60 that are operational. So the ability to generate and timely and locally relevant information for farmers is very limited. Of course, this is also one of the problems that we are trying to address as part of the project. We are exploring how the use of information and communication technologies can be used to improve access to information that would help them cope with the hazards, and how those ICT tools can be used to link the communities with agencies that have the resources to help the communities to change the acquired information into action. The technology that we are applying, it encompasses data collection tools for weather, rainfall data on a daily basis from each sub-county of the intervention districts, which goes to the National Meteorological Authority for analysis and forecast. We also collect crop and livestock market information from local market outlets. Market information is important because farmers, when they are in stress, they would sell some of their assets, so they would know what type of agricultural commodity to sell, where to sell it, so that they are not selling it at a bargain price to those local traders. So it has just data collection capabilities. It also has the capability to disseminate information via multiple channels, including mobile phones, via SMS and voice, community loudspeakers for those who do not have access to mobile devices, and through FM radio, all in local languages. All the adaptation content is disseminated in the local languages. There are multiple. It's probably the topmost agricultural advisories, providing farmers what type of crop to plant, when to plant, such as drought-resistant crops or early maturing crops. That is one of the most important, because drought and prolonged dry spells happen to be the most the severe hazards that affect livelihoods. The intervention areas are 3 districts, and we compared with a control district. So a significant proportion of the households in the intervention have improved access to adaptation information that they acted on. As a result, which is really the biggest outcome, is loss and damage, crop loss and damage has significantly reduced in the intervention districts compared to the control district. It has reduced by about 67% in the intervention districts. In terms of dollar value, the average crop loss and damage in the intervention districts is $260 per household. It's very, very significant for some of the districts. It's for the control district, it amounts as high as 28% of the GDP per capita, which is lost on crop loss and damage. The biggest beneficiaries are the householders who are affected by those hazards. So they would benefit by receiving this information that would help them cope with hazards. And secondly, of course, the government institutions, they are responsible for providing such information to their constituents. So the institutions would also benefit because it would help them institutionalize the generation and dissemination of adaptation information to communities in a very effective way. And of course, the institutional coordination that we have tested can also be deployed and expanded to other districts in the country.